What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is AkeemHaynes. I'm a two-time Olympian, Olympic bronze medalist, author, and motivational speaker and sports commentator. On my channel, we're going to talk boxing, MMA, track and field, other various sports, and of course, we have to add in some motivation and inspiration so we can stay encouraged on this journey called life. If these are things that you may be interested in, then I hope that you subscribe to the channel and join me as we grow this channel. Trevor Bryan versus Daniel Dubois is happening this weekend. I believe it's out in Florida, right? Now, I got to be honest, I don't know too much about Trevor Bryan. So I had to go back and do my research. I had to watch different fights that I could find. There's not a lot of tape on him. I had to watch some interviews just to see his mannerisms, just to see how he carries himself, just to see what type of person that he is. Trevor Bryan is a confident fighter. I watched his interview he did recently, and he said Dubois has never faced anyone like him before. He knows exactly what game plan Dubois is going to come at him with. And to be quite honest, I partially believe him. I believe he's confident, right? I believe he believes in his skills. I believe he believes in his abilities of what he can do inside the ring. But Daniel Dubois has fought Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce is a top-level fighter. And I don't think Trevor Bryan has fought anybody to the caliber of what Daniel Dubois fought in Joe Joyce, right? But I can't count this man out. There's just something about him that you just can't count out. Even if he doesn't pass the eye test, right? There's something about him that says, you know what, this isn't just going to be a walk in the park for Daniel Dubois. He's got a good, strong right hand, good uppercut, decent hand speed, decent head movement. He's got good pursuit and good awareness inside of the ring. When he senses his opponent is hurt, he's done a much better job at being able to close out the show and not just let his opponent linger on for the rounds to come, as he did in fights at the beginning of his career, right? So he's improved in that category. That is going to be a big advantage for him. If he can be patient inside of this ring, if he can use his awareness, if he can continue to move around the ring and not let Daniel Dubois impose his will on him, then I think he has a better opportunity to win this fight. Let's talk about Daniel Dubois, right? Daniel Dubois is flat out a knockout artist. Every fight he's been in, he's won by way of knockout. Now, except for the Joe Joyce fight where his eye was completely shut, swollen, right? But since then, he's been back to his winning ways, knocking people out. I think Dubois is a talented heavyweight that's very light on his feet, because his lower body moves well. He's bouncy. He's bouncy on his toes. He's explosive. He's fluid. He's got a good power jab, right? It's not a stiff jab. It's not a quick jab. It's one of those jabs where it's powerful. You know it's coming, but there's nothing you can really do to stop it. It just breaks your guard because he's that powerful, right? And it comes effortlessly. But his upper body is kind of stiff. His neck movement could use some work. He got touched up a lot in that Joe Joyce fight just off the jab alone, right? And that's something that I'm sure Trevor Bryan and his team has been watching that tape as well too, because I think the jab is going to be there all day. That's going to be effective. Dubois can close out the show at any moment, and that's what makes him dangerous. He is a better boxer than I think he gets credit for as well too. But as I've said before in previous videos, sometimes you're so focused on the knockout that you think that's where your identity lies. And I don't think Dubois should go into this fight thinking that he's going to knock him out and force the knockout, right? I think he comes in composed and bides his time and waits for it to come to him. He's the bigger fighter, so I am expecting him to impose his will, impose his strength, impose his size, but don't take the risk that may get you in trouble. You're going to have your moments. You're going to have your spots, right? But let it come to you. Don't force it. You don't need to take uncalculated risks. Dubois is smart enough to know that if I go in there and control the pace, control the tempo of this fight, then I'm going to have my moment to land my shots, right? And if he's not weary of what Bryan can do, he may catch himself in a position where he doesn't want to be in. Because Trevor Bryan has a sneaky uppercut that he likes to use, and he comes with that with some force. So you got to be weary of that. So I'm expecting Dubois to come in, use his size, attack the body, use the momentum in his favor, set up the shots. He's more explosive than Bryan, and he's the bigger puncher than Bryan. I don't think he should try to be cute in the ring. I think he should come in right away and try to impose his will inside of that ring and take the fight to him, but not take uncalculated risks and make sure that I'm defensively sound so I don't get countered. So I actually have Daniel Dubois winning this one, and I'm going to say by way of knockout in the later rounds. I think Trevor Bryan is going to put up a good fight, but ultimately I think Daniel Dubois is just an all-around better fighter than Trevor Bryan. But let me know your thoughts. How do you have this one going? Put it in the comments section below. If you've been watching this long, then do me a favor and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.